to Olympus Critics. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a like for the algorithm that does the channel grow. So before we begin, I gotta give a shout out to Tim Martin. He was he pointed something out last episode. When beginning of the episode, you saw Boyd tied up, after he watched Kenny's mom get slaughtered by the creatures. He mentioned that Boyd was actually repeating what she said, which we got toward the end of that episode when he told Kenny that she kept repeating something that was about him, to take care of Kenny, he's gonna be all alone and stuff like that. So shout outs to him, man, because I didn't even catch that. And, shout outs to Tim Martin for pointing that out to me. But this episode, I like what we got in this. And episode 4 is going to be a banger for what we got in this. The setup to this next episode, and we got Boyd. We get back to Boyd talking to Ellis, which we saw in the last episode, which he is trying to capture one of these creatures. And Ellis and Donna, they're not having it. They don't think this is a good idea. But you gotta understand what Boyd is trying to do, man. Their back is against the wall. It's time to put up some offense. They've been on the defense for a long time, and I think he's seen enough, especially after what they did to Kenny's mom, didn't make him watch. And the monsters, they definitely retaliated after what Boyd did in last season. He took out one of the creatures. So the creatures, they just adapted and they set a trap. And boom, we saw what happened. So I really can't fault Boyd for what he's trying to do. He's trying to get answers. He's trying to find out what's really going on. So yeah, this episode was good setup for what's about to happen, which we saw in the trailer for this season. What's about to happen in the next episode. But we'll get back to what Boyd went to go do later in this episode. But next up, we got Jim. The place is starting to mess with Jim now. Seems like Jim is a target for this place, since this entity, whatever this is calling him on his phone, trying to speak like his deceased son. And he's having problems with Ethan as well. Ethan, he's taking it hard because he thinks his mom is gone. So Jim, he's kind of lashing out, and he's getting very protective of them because he knows that this place is about, I think he knows that this place is about to come after him, because since he's gotten there, he's been trying to get out. He's been trying everything, digging the tunnels, then, putting the satellite, the dish up to try to get a signal. So yeah, this place is after him, especially with Tabitha, who is his wife. She actually got out. So yeah, I think the place is coming after him twice as hard now. Him and Tabitha, they was just trying to when they first got there, they was trying to get out. They was trying to get out. So the place wants him bad. Now we got to talk about Jade. Before we talk about Jade, Christy, this episode, she really opened up more to Kenny in this episode, especially when she got her foot stuck on the bear trap. And you see that Kenny is still struggling, which is understandable after his mom just brutally got wiped out by the creatures. And you see Christy is getting a lot more closer to him because she knows he's hurting, and she's telling Kenny that he's not alone. She's got him, her, and Boyd. So that was another good heartfelt moment, because it's an interesting take, because we know Kenny lost both of his parents to those creatures. One to Sarah unleashing, the thing. But wonder why I mention this, because Jade in this episode, he looks like he's spiraling out of control. Going to that place, I think it just amplified it when they there to get more food for the town. And he runs across this ritual looking place with these rocks, and it looks like Jade is heading to that path of what we saw with Sarah, which we saw with Boyd's wife, which we saw with the guy in Victor's town. When Victor first got there, who wiped out most of his town when they started just wiping out people. Now, Sarah, she was fortunate that Father Khatri got her in time to minimize how many people she took out. Boyd, his wife, she managed to take out a couple people before he had to take her out. And I forgot what happened to the guy with Victor. Somebody can correct me what happened with him. It slipped my mind what happened to him, but Jade looks like he's on that path, almost on that path of doing some stuff. That's my theory with Jade, because Jade doesn't have anybody in his corner. Once he finds out that Sarah took out his friend, because we saw how Christy reacted when she found out Sarah did what she did, and we saw how Kenny reacted. They wanted retribution, but Boyd was in their corner to talk them out of it. Jade does not have a connection with Boyd, so I think once he finds out, that's it. The only person that probably could have reached him was probably Kenny's mom. That's the only person I think that could have talked them out of what could really make him snap, because he's losing his mind. He really is. And I think he's gonna start offing people, in my opinion. That's one of my theories. Jade is gonna be one of the people that's gonna off some people once he finds out. But Sarah, we saw her and Victor. We don't know what Victor is about to show her, so we'll probably find that out in the next episode. But Fatima, what's going on with her? She's eating the rotten vegetables. So I do have a theory that could she be becoming a creature? We do know, we saw last season that these monsters probably used to be human. So is Fatima becoming a creature? That's one of my theories right there. We got to see Tilly, I think that was the character's name. She saw it. She looked horrified for what she was seeing. I would have been looking like that too. Like, you over here just eating these things like they potato chips. And so she's trying to find out with the tarot cards, what's wrong, what's going on with the baby. But this crow shows up, and I'm not gonna lie, that jump scare did get me. It did a good job by the team around this show. That did get me to jump a tad bit with that crow. So we don't really know what that means. If you guys know what that means, let me know in the comment section. But it did scare me. It looks like something's really going down with Fatima. Man, I hope that's one of my people I think that's gonna get taken out this year. On this season, and that's gonna destroy Ellis. I hope I'm wrong, but it seems like something is going down with Fatima. We don't know yet. But Boyd goes to see Randall. Randall has the bus, and he wants to let Randall go to the police station. He gets the bus so he can actually see what's going on out here. What are the creatures up to at night? Because we saw when Randall was out there last season, he had a good view of the creatures, especially when they was out there trying to mess with him. So set up for the next episode. And I don't think Randall's going anywhere. Randall, I think he's gonna want in, because he's been gung-ho since he got there. We saw that last season. So I think he's gonna want some action with Boyd. The unlikely alliance that I did not expect to happen. But I know we seen Randall. He's gonna want some smoke. But we get back with Tabitha and Victor's father. And Victor's father, he mentions the tree that his wife grew in the backyard, and that it was a replica at a park. And they're on their way there, but something triggers Tabitha when she sees that bracelet that she said her and Jim made together, and it just freaks her out. She thinks she's like in a Jinjutsu or something. That's an anime reference for you guys who don't deal with anime. She thinks she's still in the place that's playing mind games with her, and she loses her split. And so Victor's father, he's sitting here like, I know you ain't just waste all my time with this. Like, we finna go to this. We finna go down here to this goddamn park. You like it or not. She's trying to get out of the car, and boom, car accident happens. So they're in the ambulance. And I'm sitting here, not gonna lie to you, I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay. And then when the driver's sitting, when you see the paramedics in the ambulance, and you see the lady, and I'm like, oh no. That's when I knew, because you see her in the trailer, a glimpse of her. I'm like, oh, this is her. And then you see the driver, he stops and he sees the tree. And I'm like, oh goodness. I mean, my adrenaline spiked when I saw the tree. So we don't know if Tabitha's gonna go in there, go back in there. She looks horrified. But something tells me she has to go back. She can't leave her kids in there. So we know they're gonna go in there. We just don't know if Tabitha's going back in there. But this next episode is going to be a banger. It's going to be a banger because Tabitha has the information that she needs. She has to go back in there and relay this information that she has to get everybody out of there. She has the key now. But I think this place is really about to go on fire right now. If she's going back in there, man. And then Victor, he probably finally be reunited with his father, so that'll be a good moment. But it's about to go down next episode. We know Randall and Boyd are gonna go out there and try to help them. We don't know who's gonna survive. I'm pretty sure the female paramedic is probably gonna survive, but her team is probably about to get wiped out. Because we know, like I said, we saw this in the trailer, but I cannot wait for Sunday to hit. We got a lot to talk about. Can't wait. But post comments. Let me know what you guys think, what's about to go down come Sunday. What do you think about this episode setting up a lot of stuff? Let me know what I missed. Go in the comment section like T. Martin. Let me know what I missed. Let me know what you guys saw that caught your attention. Do you think Jade is on the scale of snapping and start taking out people? What's going on with Fatima? Since I've been calling her Fatima. What's going on with her? What is Victor about to show Sarah? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Get you guys later.